Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Doodling Viking. Today I thought we would draw a four-sided die. Give us a little practice on our line work. If you feel like following along, grab a pencil and piece of paper and let's begin. So let's first make sure we've got our pencil tool, and I think today we will go with a slightly lighter shade of gray. So this four-sided die is somewhat pyramid shaped, a little rounded on the corners, so that we aren't just drawing a flat triangle. I've got it angled so we can actually see all four of the numbers looking directly at it. So again, for our first line, we're just going to want something going straight down. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight, just light marks will get us there. We can always take off what we don't need later. Let's get us a nice, fairly long line started. There we go. Okay, so our bottom's right here, top, so we're going to want one right about here. We're going to want this to be somewhat flat going out this way. So start off again, just slight lines. I might have to adjust my hand a little bit so I can get a little bit straighter of line. Sometimes I can push lines straight. Sometimes you gotta pull them straight. Doesn't need to be perfect though, just little bit by little bit. We just gotta get enough there to get a workable line. Lightly, just real light pressure. We use real light pressure because if you look at really closely at any professional drawings, they actually have tons of little lines that you don't see until you look upon closer inspection. So they've actually got lots of these real light lines. They're actually about that light. I can barely see that. Wonder if you can see that. But yes, just little bit by little bit. And we all know dice like this tend to have rounded corners, which is nice because I have stepped on one before. Not exactly fun, and rounded points don't help much, but at least it doesn't break the skin. So next we're going to want to go right about here. Just slowly over and over again get a line and get just something we can work with. And again from the top going down, we're almost basically drawing a pyramid with slightly rounded corners. Work the lines over and over. We work them over and over because that's how we get a darker line. And that'll allow us to erase excess to give us a good hard line that's fairly straight. Give us a lot to work with. As we can pull out this rounded corner if we just erase what we don't need. Okay, so now that we've got that, we can get it all connected right here at the top. Yeah, there we go. That connected. Okay, so now we'll go to our eraser tool and we'll actually, because this is digital and I have no idea exactly how thick this line is, for the eraser tool we'll go a little bit thinner. There we go. Then we can erase. We aren't looking for perfect, we're just looking. If we wanted a perfectly straight line, we'd just use a straight edge. We're doing this freehand. If you want to use an edge, that's okay. We're just trying. Okay, switch back to our pencil tool. Now, we aren't going to really shade this in. We might draw another one and shade that one in. We'll just see how we're doing. But we are going to want it to pop a little bit. So let's see what looks like a good color. Well, they're white on there with a blue background, but white on white doesn't really work. So how about, I do have a black one that has red, so how about we use red? Now these lines are going to be thinner. Let's see. That'll work real good. Okay. So we're just going to put right there. And we can make this fairly hard. That'll be our 1. Looks more like a 7. If we add that there, now we can see it's a 1. Okay, we have 2 2s at the top. So we'll write our 2 there. We might have to go over that again. Let's undo. Nice part about having this digital is we can just hit the undo. 2, and looks like both 2's on this go the same way, but slightly different, if that makes any sense. Okay, we've got a 4 down here, so well, it kind of does this number. It's one of those connected 4s where you over and then the triangle on top, so let's see. I don't really like that. Really hard to write upside down. Let's go ahead and use our eraser tools, see if we can't get rid of this. Nope. A little bit too hard. See, we all make mistakes, but this is all about learning. Well, we're just going to make it a regular number 4. Hey, look at that. A nice little happy accident. We connected it. Okay, now the 3. This is going to get real awkward because 1, 3 on this dice because of the way it's shaped. The way it's looking, it goes here. And then another one goes over. And they actually do have 2 different sized things. So we got that. Now, you know what? Let's go ahead and add a little shading. We'll get rid of this first. So, with this being a solid color, let's see, rather a solid object with sharp lines, if we were shading it from, let's say, this side or this side, it would actually cast a shadow, a flat shadow. So, let's get our black, so it would be, because of the hard lines, the light doesn't want to wrap around it. So if we shade it from the same side, say our light sources, at this corner, then this would all be flat, nice dark, and then this one side would be a solid shade, and when it slowly get darker and lighter, just be one solid color. It would be slightly darker than the other. So we'll just add a bit of shading, with the darkest point being right along the edge. Right along that edge right there. So there we go. We've got ourselves a nice little 4-sided die. I always end up calling these a 3-sided die. I don't know why. But if you like what we did here today, maybe give this a like. Subscribe if you enjoy this type of stuff. I have other videos doing similar things. Old Doodling Viking series. We just did this today because it's nice, easy practice and helps us with getting a perspective. Let's see. We can add a nice dark line here and there. Allows us to make it pop a little bit more. That was in the wrong spot. But anyway, I hope you had fun today. I hope you followed along. If not, I hope you at least enjoyed your time here today. As always, thank you for watching.